when they went on a date night and Ingrid would never be seen alive again.
You meet this guy on a dating app and y'all decide to go on a date to a restaurant. After the restaurant, he takes you to his place because you know the vibe is right, and he kidnaps you and keep you in his basement. You go missing, no one can find you, and then it turns out that you was murdered. Disturbing first dates that turned fatal. Keith, he's from Australia. He decided to go on a dating app called Tinder, which most of you probably be on.
My Tinder date basically kidnapped me because he's trying to drive me home or to his place without my consent.
And these days, honestly, what I'm hearing from people that it's not really a dating app no more. It's like a hookup thing.
Thus, Tinder was created as a hookup app. There are apps for the purposes of you hooking up.
But some people actually go on this app, you know, to find love. He met Jovi. Now, Jovi have 3 kids. Keith has 4 kids. The two was talking about their kids together and they bonded a lot because of this. But everything seems so sweet so far. What could have possibly gone wrong, right? Keith decided to take Jovi to a barbecue place.
Today we're eating at an all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue. This place is called Gangnam. This place is known for serving the best top-cut quality meats that you can't find anywhere.
It starts with a K. It starts with a K. I don't know the name of it. I don't remember, but they went to a barbecue place. They're having a good time at this barbecue place, talking, get to know each other. But there was a problem, a huge problem that Keith didn't know about. Jovi had an ex. This ex was the stalker ex. He would literally stalk her. Matter of fact, this night he was actually searching for her, trying to find her. He didn't like anyone being with the ex. He didn't like no one being with Jovi at all. So as he's searching for her, if he finds out that Jovi is on a date with another guy, oh my goodness. As expected, he ended up finding her. How I think he ended up finding her was because maybe she posted on her Instagram story or anything like that. Maybe Facebook story, her location of her being at this restaurant, barbecue restaurant. He's seen it. So he, long story short, goes to the restaurant. He approached the guy, Keith, and he says, "What are you doing with my ex? Like, what are you doing with Jovi?" Keith, not knowing what's about to happen, the ex-boyfriend gets out a knife and ends up doing it to him in his neck multiple times in front of everyone in the restaurant, even in front of his ex-girlfriend Jovi. You're not getting her back after this. Matter of fact, you're not even going to see her no more again in your life after this situation. In the midst of him attacking this guy, unaliving him, he's not dead yet. He's not dead yet. He looks at the wife. He gives her this stare. It was a calm stare though. And he goes at her, but she raises her arm up, she gets sliced, and she gets stabbed somewhere right there. It wasn't too much to where she dies in this situation, because what ends up happening is after that, he looks back at Keith. Now Keith, just like off of a horror movie, as this murderer is distracted with the ex, Keith is crawling away from the ex-boyfriend with his life. But like I said, he looks at Keith because he wants to finish the job. Then he'll deal with his ex later. So he gets on top of Keith and just keep going and keep going and keep going. And what was so crazy about it all is the people in the crowd. Now don't ask me why they didn't try to jump in and save him. I don't even know how fast all of this was. This could have been in the span of 10 seconds. Who knows? I don't know. But what I do know is the witnesses said he looked calm. He had no emotion on his face, no built up anger at all. He was extremely calm and his face had no emotions at all. It was almost like he wasn't human. He was just the whole time. So he finished the job on Keith. Keith is now gone. He looks up but cannot find an ex because the ex runs away to a nearby shop and she hides out, which smart. And what you also need to understand, while everyone around him is panicking, screaming, running, he's just walking really calm, straight face, no emotion, just walking, until a police officer, it was a lady, she came with a taser gun, she aimed it at him, he raised up his hand and he got arrested. Not knowing this lady background situation, he didn't even have time to explain anything. The ex asked him one question and just went at him, didn't even care. Because remember, like I said before, he has 4 kids, so imagine he's telling the oldest one, yeah, I'm gonna go out on a date with this girl I met on Tinder, and that's the last thing that you ever hear from your father, all because his date has some situation with an ex. Moral of the story, bring up the ex before you go on dates with these people. See if the ex may be a stalker. See if the ex is still in their life. See if she have or he have some baby daddy issues, baby mama issues, because you never know. The whole reason why I decided to do this video anyways, and I just did some research about this because of you. Yes, my subscriber. One of y'all told me the most crazy experience that y'all been through with someone on the first date. And this is creepy as Savannah, how you doing? I know that, you got your snacks watching this right now and you want me to give awareness and tell your story. So here's what happened. Savannah decided to meet this person she went out on a date with. They go to a restaurant and everything went completely fine. Matter of fact, she didn't go home with him that night. The next day, yes, literally, they went on a date yesterday. The next day, they decided to meet because they both was free. They both wasn't working. It worked out perfectly. Saturday and Sunday, they both do not work. It almost seemed like everything was perfect. So it was a Sunday and they decided to meet again. But this time, she went to his place. The guy was charming to her. They kicked it off. They had a good time. When she went to his place, nothing happened yet. Everything was perfectly fine. It was drinking some alcohol, having a good time, listening to music, and dancing. Now, she likes rock. And when I'm saying rock, you know how when people be in a club or in a bar and they like... Yes, Savannah is that girl. You know, we all have our different tastes in music. I've never went deep into like the heavy metal stuff. I do like some rock songs. I would say that I'm not too much of a heavy metal type of fan, but who knows? Maybe I gotta give it a listen and give it a try. But this is how they was in the house. Just heavy metaling it up. Going crazy and drinking and having a great time. They kissing, they having fun. And this is when things took a little bit of a turn. Not even a little bit, a big turn. So she goes in his room the first time and he opens his closet door and she sees something in his closet. He don't know that she sees this certain thing in the closet. Creeps her to absolute completely turned her off, ruined her vibe, everything, just by what she was seeing in the closet. So he closes the closet door and he went to go in the closet to put his pants and everything in there. He had a walk-in closet because he wanted to put on some shorts and a muscle shirt. The two laying down, and even though the vibe was so perfect, even though they was having a good time, she could not believe what she was thinking about because of what she seen in that closet. It ruined everything. So she didn't even want to kiss him no more when he was trying to kiss her. She didn't even want to sleep with him no more. I know you're wondering what's in the closet. Just wait. Just wait. I have to edge you just a little bit. At this very moment, she's thinking to herself, how do I leave in the most respectful way and in a way to make him not get aggressive? Because you never know how a guy may respond to something like that. He may try to aura word you because you're trying to leave and he wants what he wants. He may be respectful and just let you leave. He may try to question you so much and be like, why? Please don't leave. No. It might turn into aggression. It might not. You just never know. So she want to do it and go about it the respectful way. The first thing she does is get comfortable and she goes in the bathroom. She texts her friend, her best friend, and she says, you won't believe what I just seen. And then she texted, he had this huge bag of women underwear in it, and it looked like on each underwear he has a name tag on each of them. I know that you was probably expecting a body or something to be in a closet like that. I mean, if that was the case, this situation would be way bigger than what just me talking about it. But when she seen this big pair of underwear look like different names on each side of them, mind you, it looked like just a bag with a lot of clothes in it, but she noticed it because it was clear as day through this clear see-through bag. It was a couple of reasons why she told me that this bothered her the most. The first reason was why. The second reason is like, is he secretly collecting panties or something like that? The third reason is, how much people is this man sleeping with? I thought I was the special one, but apparently not. And then, of course, the fourth reason, what made the situation even much more worse than what it was. It was also a box. It was also a pair of handcuffs in this same exact bag. Now, when she told me this, I didn't even know what to think because I've never heard anything like this in my life. The first thing that I thought of was, he got the pair of handcuffs because, you know, maybe he's into some stuff. Maybe tie you on the bed, as you blindfolded or whatever, he sneaks and take your panties and bring them with the other collection so he could do whatever he want with that later. And then when you go to look for him, you're like, oh, I can't find him. He's like, it's okay. That's what I'm thinking. He used that to, I don't know. But you can see why this gets down this creepy, weird rabbit hole of who am I dealing with here? What is this even about? A little uncomfortable saying it on camera for y'all, but like, y'all need to know. Because I had to know. She wanted y'all to know that you never know what you may run into when you go on these dating apps and meet people. If he would have never opened that closet, a part of her is curious on what would have happened this whole night. A part of her wanted to stay. But back to the point on how she left. She was calling her best friend and she texted her and she told her, call me in 5 minutes. Tell me it's an emergency and we're gonna act like that I have to go. I'm with this guy, he's completely weird and I'm ready to go. 200 IQ play. If I can hug you, which I told her and I texted her that I would. Best friend call her, like, yeah, hello, yeah, I need you real quick, it's emergency, you know, however the situation went. It sounded real and she ended up leaving. We left with a couple theories on why this guy done that. I did do some research because now I was curious on people like this, and it left me thinking about this.
See me because I'm too black and there's no light, but to be honest, I felt completely uncomfortable talking about this deep dark rabbit hole on why this guy even collecting panties. I couldn't talk about it. I was too uncomfortable.
I should preface by saying the first time that we went out, he ordered me like so many drinks and I just like was really drunk, and I remembered having like not an amazing time but also not a bad time either.
But we got along really well. He was super funny, really cute. We just had so much in common.
Oh, like, hi, and he's like, good to see you again. And like he just kind of had this like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like he was like had like a dead stare like this. Like I was getting really creepy vibes.
What do you want? What do you want? Why are you following me? What do you want?
A couple hours after that happened, I rewatched the clip and I was like, hold up. I think I matched with that guy on Bumble.
Bumble is the first dating app that I have used.
If you ever match with a woman and you see her in the wild, do not follow her through dark city streets.
No, there's nothing you can tell me that I want to hear, so please leave me alone. Don't follow women like that. Creepy. It's weird.
Dating profiles that could lure you into a dangerous trap. Aaron Black showed up for a date. Instead, he was held up at gunpoint.
As I was turning around, I had a gentleman running up on me with a gun drawn.
It's just certain signs you gotta pay attention to, or else.
It's a playground for narcissistic, sociopathic, psychopathic men preying on innocent women.
Now here's where it's about to get scary at. I even got the chills right now. It's extremely easy for you to get kidnapped.
Abductions are done by family members, strangers, or runaways.
Blisters from her new boots are making it tough to walk, so when a stranger offers her a ride, she gets in the car.
Surviving 9 months in captivity.
She was kidnapped as she walked home from school.
Make this perspective better in your head. Every 40 seconds, a kid, a teen, an adult goes missing, and a lot of it is from kidnappings. And it's just in America, 800,000 go missing every year. Globally, 8 million is kidnapped every year. Actually think about every 40 seconds. And I do want to say this is not teaching you to be living in fear or to be scared to go out in public or to live your life. It's teaching you to be aware. Much more smart, because the people who don't know these things are the most vulnerable.
This is the moment a man tried to kidnap a girl on the streets of London. A heroic member of the public intervened and took her to a shop before the police were called. The police are now hunting 2 men in connection with the attempted abduction.
Luckily you watching this channel, because it could literally happen to me and you.
If you really wanna fuck with me, bro, maybe you should come try and see.